There's a very specific kind of exhaustion that shows up right before your life changes forever. And it's not the kind of tired you feel after a long day or the burnout of pushing yourself too hard for too long. No, this one is different. It's the kind of exhaustion that comes from carrying an identity that no longer fits you. The weight of trying to live inside an old version of yourself while something new, something bigger, is trying to be born. You felt it, haven't you? That restless energy in your chest, that strange tension that makes it impossible to fully relax into your routines. It's like your life doesn't quite fit anymore. Conversations that once excited you now leave you empty. Goals that used to feel important now feel meaningless. People you used to rely on suddenly feel distant. Everything feels charged with both possibility and uncertainty at the same time. And deep down, something is shifting. That's not your imagination. That's not just stress. That's not you being dramatic. What you're feeling is the unmistakable frequency of breakthrough. Most people never reach this point. They live their entire lives in the safe middle between wanting change and actually stepping into it. They dream about something different, but when life starts to rearrange itself to answer those dreams, they panic. They pull back. They tell themselves it's not the right time. And so, they spend decades stuck in limbo, craving transformation, but never fully allowing it. But you're not most people. You wouldn't be here reading this if you were. Whether you realize it or not, you've been training for this moment your entire life. Every time you chose growth over comfort. Every time you confronted the hard truth instead of hiding from it. Every time you stayed in the discomfort of change rather than retreating into what was easy. You've been building the capacity to handle what's happening right now. Here's what nobody tells you about breakthroughs. They don't arrive with trumpets and neon signs. They don't come with a countdown timer or a warning label. They don't look like fireworks. Breakthroughs slip into your life disguised as ordinary moments that feel anything but ordinary. They arrive in the silence, in the discomfort, in that liminal zone between who you've been and who you're becoming. And the first price they demand is always the same: letting go. And right now, you're in that in between. You can feel your old identity shrinking around you, like clothes 2 sizes too small. But the new identity hasn't fully emerged yet. It's uncomfortable, it's unsettling, and at times it feels unbearable. But this is the most powerful place a human being can ever stand. The place of transition. Think about your own life recently. Haven't things felt different? Some relationships are suddenly tense, as if they can't survive in this new frequency you're moving into. Conversations that once made sense now feel hollow. Old goals that used to motivate you now leave you unfulfilled. This isn't a crisis. It's clearance. Life is clearing out everything that doesn't belong in the chapter that's waiting for you. And yet, here's the twist. Your breakthrough is probably not going to look like what you expect. It won't be a cinematic moment where the skies open, the music swells, and suddenly everything makes sense. Real breakthrough is far less dramatic, but infinitely more powerful. It feels messy. It feels confusing. It feels like being cracked open. It's not the world outside that's rearranging first. It's you, your nervous system, your patterns, your choices. You're being expanded, not in the sense of doing more or achieving more or checking more boxes on society's definition of success, but in your capacity for truth, your capacity for authenticity, your capacity to hold the fullness of who you are without apology. And that expansion always feels like breaking before it feels like breakthrough. Maybe you've already noticed it. You're speaking differently. You're setting boundaries that once felt impossible. You're saying no where you used to say yes out of guilt. You're walking away from situations you once tolerated. And with each of these shifts, you're stepping more fully into who you were always meant to be. This is what breakthrough really is. It's not a finish line. It's not a single victory moment. It's a way of beings you grow into. Your breakthrough is making you dangerous in the best possible way. Dangerous to systems that require your compliance. Dangerous to relationships that depend on your dysfunction. Dangerous to industries that profit from your insecurity. You're becoming someone who can't be controlled, manipulated, or convince the comfort of others. This danger isn't aggressive, or confrontational. It's quiet their worth of someone who knows an absolute. It's the danger without needing to defend it. Someone who makes choices from alignment without needing to justify them to people, without needing to prove it. Someone who speaks truth. And here's what makes it even harder. People around you will notice it before you do. Some will celebrate the change. They'll see your growth as a mirror for their own. But others, they'll resist it. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because your evolution forces them to confront their stagnation. Your breakthrough threatens their comfort. And when people are comfortable, they don't like to be reminded of what they're avoiding. That's why they may criticize you. They may question you. They may try to pull you back into the old patterns. But you've outgrown the job of managing other people's comfort. Your allegiance now is to your own becoming. And that shift will feel selfish at first. You might feel guilty. You might worry you're abandoning people. But the truth is you're learning to love them from a place of wholeness rather than need. You no longer depend on their approval to validate your choices. And when you stop outsourcing your worth, something extraordinary happens. The energy you once spent managing everyone else's perception of you is suddenly free. Free for creation. Free for vision. Free for possibility. And that's when life accelerates. You start noticing patterns, not conspiracy theory patterns, real ones. The right people appear at the right time. Conversations that change everything happen out of nowhere. Books, songs, messages all start arriving exactly when you need them. This isn't magic. This is alignment. This is what happens when you're tuned to the frequency of breakthrough. You become fluent in a language the universe has been speaking to you all along, but you weren't listening. And the strangest part, it doesn't feel mystical. It feels normal. It feels like you've finally been seeing clearly for the first time in your life. Decisions that used to paralyze you become obvious. Problems that once haunted you dissolve with shocking simplicity. Fear is still there, yes, but it no longer controls you. Fear becomes a signal instead of a stop sign. This is the nervous system of someone in breakthrough. Less control, more trust. Less panic, more presence. Less running, more receiving. And here's the part most people won't get. And yes, it will cost you. Some people will drift away. Some relationships will collapse. Some versions of you will have to die. But that loss isn't punishment. It's space. Space for something bigger than you imagined. Not bigger in terms of fame or money or external recognition. Bigger in terms of impact. Bigger in terms of the ripple effects your authenticity will create in this world. Because when you stop pretending, people notice. Your honesty becomes permission. Your courage becomes contagious. Your alignment becomes a catalyst. You don't even have to try to inspire people. Your very existence in truth challenges them to step into their own. That's why breakthrough often feels so lonely. Because you're not just changing yourself. You're disrupting the entire ecosystem of expectations, agreements, and roles that were built around the old version of you. And while some people will rise with you, others will fall away. Both outcomes are perfect. Both outcomes are necessary. The timing of this moment is not random. It's happening because you finally have the capacity to handle it. You've earned it through failures, through courage, through every moment you thought you'd break but didn't. So if you're here, if these words have been hitting different than they would have months ago, you already know what I know. This isn't just another video you stumbled across. This is confirmation of something that's been building inside you for longer than you realize. Your breakthrough isn't coming. It's here. It's been here, waiting patiently for you to stop looking for it everywhere else and recognize that it was never separate from who you are. And it doesn't need your permission anymore. The only question left is, will you move with it or will you fight it? Will you let the new version of yourself step forward? Or will you try to keep wearing the clothes that no longer fit? You don't need to wait until you feel ready. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to convince anyone else. Breakthrough isn't something you wait for. It's something you step into, and the door is already open. So here's my challenge to you. Stop asking whether you're ready. Stop asking whether it's the right time. Start asking yourself one question. What am I going to do about it? Because your breakthrough is not coming. It's already here.